Thank you for your weekly payment.
Thank you, Terry. Quick visit on the old Snap-on van.
Enjoying your special discount.
I seem to have bought 3 sets of where are them spanners gone, Sam?
They're in the car.
Oh, he's already put them in his car.
They're already gone.
And I've got some of the new Snap-on black cherry hand cleaner. Cleans your hands and makes you smell nice too. Woo woo. I'm at the workshop. I've had a couple of customers come this morning. So one of the jobs that we've got to do is strip and report on this Cosworth engine. We've got a strip and report and repair. This is a TR6 engine. We've also had turn up a Ford 1600 Crossflow, which needs bronze guides, lead-free conversion, gas flowing, big valve. And then this week I'm also doing, this is a Honda 1800 or B18 engine for a rally car. This is going to be rebore, balance the crank, wash, skim the block face and reassemble. And then this has got to be done by the weekend really. This is a Ford Mark 1 Focus RS engine in for a full rebuild. It went to the rolling road, did a track day and melted the engine, so that's in for a repair as well. I'm going to also strip and report on that side valve Ford engine out of an early Morgan, and other bits and bobs as well, refacing. There's a few pressure testing, a few jobs have got to be done in the engine build room. So today I'm reboring a Focus RS engine, which is based on a Ford Z-Tech. Previously it had melted a piston, so that's what we're looking to repair. So the first thing that I do is measure all of the pistons separately, just to make sure that they're perfect through manufacturing. So you want to measure 90 degrees away from the pin. And then just very easy, just move the thumb wheel on the micrometer to get the piston size, which is there. And then I'll just quickly check all of them, so we know when I'm honing it to size, we're getting them all absolutely perfect, bore to piston clearance. Yep, they're all spot on. So on the reboring of the Focus, it's all locked into the block and squared off. The next thing to do is to set the tool up. So this little rig here is for dressing the blade on the end of the tool. This part of the machine is for cleaning up the face. And then it's got 3 positions there to give it the right cut on the end. I don't think the camera's picking it up. So we do the 2 outers first and finish on the centre. The centre is the actual cutting part of the tool. I've already done the 2 outers, so all I'm going to do now is just touch the centre one, just to give it a nice clean cutting surface. And that's it. The GoPro isn't picking up the cut there, but yeah, it's perfect. So the next thing to do is to use the setting tool to make sure we're boring it out to the right size. So I've worked out the piston size, I've worked out the clearance for what the manufacturer recommends, which is it's all on my little notepad there. So now the tool just fits into this micrometer. The cutter just clicks into there, and then we can just move the measuring tool along just to make sure we've got the right size. So we need to adjust it slightly. So when we adjust it, there's a little locking screw here, and then this little bar here moves this screw in and out, which changes the cut. I've already used the compressed air to blow out the cat's paws, and also this little square here, so the tool just clicks into that. Right, so the cutter's installed. We lower the boring bar so it just touches the bore. And plug the machine in. There's an auto feed function on the machine, which is this lever here. We push this in, and that auto feeds, and that's it working its magic. So what I do as the first bore is cutting is I set up the measuring equipment, which is this tool here. So this is a 2-inch setting bar, and then this is a 3-inch setting bar. So put that in there, wind it down to our bore size, and then just make sure all the faces are clean. We're going to have to put a bigger setting bar in. That's a number 3, I'm going to change that to a number 4. And unscrew the setting bar till it just puts pressure on this tool there. So I always go 1 turn in, and I nip the tool up. It has this thumb screw here, that's for centralising the needle. I don't know if that's picking that up, but the needle moves. And then just release the locking for the dial, get it perfectly on 0. Like that, and then wait for the first bore to finish. Once this first bore's finished, we can then set this up so if anything happens and we're not next to the boring bar as it's doing the other bores, it will switch it off for us. Should be getting quite close to the bottom now, I guess. There we go. So as soon as you can't hear it cut anymore, switch it off. But I always switch it off with the lever on the automatic cut off. So do that, and then tighten the thumb screw up. Bring that to the top of the bore. Tighten the thumb screw up. And that's that set. And get the measuring equipment and measure the ball. So So there's 2 thou to come out of that. The first bore on the Focus RS engine I've done. Unfortunately, the where the piston melted from the rolling road, the bore hasn't cleaned it up. I don't know if you can see it just here. So it's a new block time, which is that one there. So while the boring bar's set up, I'm going to take the caps off it, get it ready to be bored, bore it, but before honing it I'll then stick it in the acid. I'm going to take the bung out of here, take the switch out, let it pickle away in the acid for 24 hours. Sam's down here at the minute trying to get the rest of the few jobs done on his race car. I'm helping him, so we're just doing the seat runners at the moment because they've now got to be FIA regulated. So yeah, just tigged all that up for him. So I've done that side, done the bottom. So just got to do the same down here for him, and then he can paint it and bolt it in, and then we can start fitting his seat up tonight. So yeah, all good. The RS Focus is now out the cleaner. It's all ready to be built, so the next thing is to give it a coat of paint. So there it is, all in its natural form. It's been in the cleaner for all of yesterday. It's nice plateau hone, ready to take the new Woosner pistons. Fresh deck face, all the gasket faces are cleaned off nice. So yeah, so it's Friday morning. I've got a track day hopefully on Monday. I've had the wheels powder coated for my pickup, so I'm just gonna head out to collect them. Here we go, big reveal of the wheels. So I've had them done in a bronze colour, darker than the gold that's on the truck, but they should complement it really nice. So I'll get some tyres thrown on these, and then I'll show you around the truck. So I've mounted all my new tyres onto the wheels. I've just got to mount the used tyres now, just for some testing, but they're on looking good. Racing is a big part of my life, whether it be race engines or race cars and racing. So this year's the first year for a little while that we're going to take my pickup out, so I'll give you a quick tour around that. The colour is inspired from an old American engine builder who's passed away now, called Smokey Unick. He did everything gold and black with a red stripe. He was his cars were normally number 13. I didn't want to completely copy it because there's a lot of black cars out on the circuit, so we changed the black for purple. But a brief spec of the car is they're now, I think, onto their 25th year of racing. The company that builds them is called SHP Engineering, which is a UK company. They are based in Cambridgeshire. It's owned by Sonny and Barbara Howard, and then there's Tracy and Mel that help run the pickup truck scene. Sonny's engineering is something amazing, really. These cars, they're just so cool. They're left-hand drive. They're the closest thing really the UK's got to NASCAR. All the panels are fiberglass, full space frame. They all run the same brakes, same suspension. There's 2 different engines. Mine runs the Vauxhall engine, and that's why it has a Vauxhall front on it. There's a Ford engine with a Ford front. So the paintwork was done by my neighbour Andy at Berkshire Body Shop. He paints all my race cars for me. His paintwork is second to none. The car is set up by JTech Automotive. It's a really close friend of mine, Jamie Packham, and his staff there. I've just gone completely through the truck, done so much work to it, so I must put a big shout out to Jamie and the boys there. It runs a Simpson exhaust. It's one of our 2.3 Vauxhall engines. Every car runs the same management system, fuel system, and fitting kit. Like I say, it's all just been reworked by Jamie. A1 Performance products in Hartlepool provide all my parts for the car. Michael, Richard and Steve there, they're brilliant boys. They help you out at the track. I mean, I normally part with them, but they go well above and beyond the call of friendship really to keep me on the track. Steve is amazing as well. He helps me at the track with setups. If I want to change things, he gives me advice. The car's being run this year by JTech Automotive, Jamie, but I'm sure Steve will help me at the track if I can't get hold of Jamie to tweak it. But Jamie's workmanship is and his attention to detail is just completely second to none really. It runs a 4-speed sequential gearbox. They're left-hand drive because until a few years ago we raced at Rockingham on the oval, on the big oval. These are the dry sump lines, the dry sump tanks behind this firewall in the car. The seat is a Corbeau which Michael Smith developed to fit around the cage there, so I'll show you that. It's got to have all the graphics put on it, so I'm in talks with L&N Graphics at the moment about doing that. But yeah, it's a special seat that curls around here. When we raced at Rockingham we had to have a full containment aluminium seat, but now it's a circuit car. We don't need that. Michael had the seat embroidered for me at A1 Performance Products. Once again, they're the boys for any parts. That's the gear counter, gear shift counter, tells you what gear we're in, and then all the gauges are stack professional gauges, so you can program the colours, so you don't need LEDs everywhere. So everything in it is a stack gauge. They run an Avon slick tyre which we get from Waltham Tyre Services, which them guys there go to virtually every race to help keep the pickups on the track. We've got a slick and a wet compound. Don't really know what else to say about it really. Hopefully testing it soon. I won't be doing all the rounds this year, but I'll be doing the majority of them. The lights in it are fake. They're just stickers. Once again, L&N Graphic do them. Still got to paint the grille. That's not finished yet. That's the rain light there. I'm so happy with the colour. It's completely different. Last time I raced it was all mental and neon and multicolours, and I just wanted something quite retro on it. So the numbers are going really retro. The graphics are going to be kept to a minimal really. All the sponsors are going on the back there with the graphics on the side down to a minimum. The back axle actually, Jamie spotted that there was a big fault with the back axle, so I took that over to Competition Transmission Services in St Albans. Bernie there did a fantastic job of the axle. So before, you'd had a job to push the car, where now it pushes really nice. So we did have a few handling gremlins last time it was out, and I'm hoping that that's been cured, but once again that's down to Jamie spotting that. So I must have a big shout out for JTech Automotive. Quaife transmission, Tranex, Quaife transmission, and it's got ZF diff in this one. Genv throttle bodies, MBE. Gink cams, vernier pulleys. They're on control cams supplied by SHP. And that's the dry sump pump. It's the oil filter. Like I say, Simpson race exhaust. That's all just been over to Matt Simpson to have a new system fitted. I'll see if I can show you that. But Matt's a ex-touring car racer. He's coming into pickups this year to have a race, or a few races, so he's just bought a car. But yeah, there's the exhaust that he's just done for me. That's the fuel tank. That's a drain to drain the fuel out if we want to whip a bit of fuel out of it. And Jamie at JTech's done all the brake lines for me. Fantastic job. And that's it. That's my race car. So I'll definitely video some races and some of the action at the race circuit to put on one of the videos. But yeah, thank you to everyone involved in my racing. My stepdad Bob, who's a massive influence on the racing, he helps me out no end with sponsorship, so I want to shout out him as well. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks to everyone involved. There's the race car.